Let's talk about Sebastian Rogers, and I'm going to try to do this very delicately. There's no easy way to really do this video. I am a mother of a daughter who's almost 19, who is also autistic. This one's a little harder, but maybe I can be of some help. I'm just going to go ahead and forewarn you, it's probably not going to be information that you're hoping for, and so I'm going to go ahead and get ready to read through my channeled session with my soul team. If you don't like me doing that, then just scroll on. And I also want to go ahead and say, since freedom of speech is not really freedom of speech, this is for entertainment purposes only. This is just my spiritually channeled opinion and theory. So let's get into it. Once I set the sacred space to make sure I was anchoring in the now Earth timeline, and I asked my soul team if Sebastian was still alive in human form. Here's the response. His soul exited the physical form shortly after his initial disappearance, though his energetic imprint was sustained briefly in a liminal state. There is no indication of continued life in the Earth timeline. His soul has since been received and stabilized in non-physical realms. If Sebastian's parents are seeing this, I am so sorry. So the next question I had was, how did he become missing? Because I didn't investigate this prior to doing the channeling session. First information I got through on this was the field indicates a sudden neurological or sensory disruption, not premeditated abduction, but rather an accidental wandering off or induced confusion that led him away from safety. A body of water is present in the energetic map with interference markers around it. There are signs of both environmental hazard and delayed adult response, not out of malice, but out of misunderstanding the severity of the situation. No prolonged suffering or extended harm is registered. His soul exited quickly once submerged. It was important to notate that there are attempts by others to insert narratives not aligned with the truth. And they're letting me know that you are cautioned not to take in external distortions or sensationalism. This field is delicate and must remain clear. So some of the stuff that they were bringing to me, it was kind of just showing like the way an autistic person can get into like a spiral, like an emotional triggered situation. And so they were saying, because I was asking like, was this triggered by emotional stress or trauma? And they were saying partially the emotional field was heightened that evening, likely due to a misunderstanding, overstimulation, or sensory exhaustion. He was not running away in rebellion, but rather trying to escape the internal overwhelm, which, you know, he's autistic. So yeah, of course. Was saying like, did he willingly leave the house? Like, how did this happen? And they said yes, but not with full conscious clarity. He physically left the home on his own, but it was done in a state of disorientation. So it was because he was already like not in a healthy headspace. This was not running away act, not coerced or abducted at the door, but rather a sensory fueled exit, prompting an urgent need to regulate or escape inner distress that his body just couldn't process at the time. His internal state at that moment was confused and overwhelmed, internal looping, mildly dissociated from time and space, seeking quiet, escape, and sensory relief. The field showed he moved quickly and without alerting others, likely during early morning hours, which I think it was actually like maybe in the evening, like late evening hours. Because I think his mom said after looking into this, like she maybe heard a thump at like 10 p.m. and then she went to bed around 12. So the movement was instinctive, not planned. There's no energetic markers of anyone watching or trailing him at that moment. It was a solo departure, though others may have become involved afterwards or confused the narrative. I was a little confused, and I'm like, well, but how did this whole thing happen? Like, what happened that caused the end? They were saying his body experienced rapid hypothermic shutdown paired with inhalation of water. The soul departure was peaceful, not violent. Once unconsciousness began, he was not fully aware of drowning. He was already in a dissociative float state when submersion occurred. I'm going to read this last part. I'm going to try not to cry. His soul had stepped forward at this point. And he said, "It wasn't scary. I floated. I remember light, not pain. I wasn't trying to leave forever. I was trying to quiet everything down. Please tell my mom she still feels me because I'm real, just different now." So if the family or if there's someone working directly with the family wants some more information as far as the location that I retrieved from my soul team channeled through, then you can reach out to me and I will assist with that. I will not share that on here. So, and again, this is just my spiritually channeled opinion, theory, but I am willing to give that information to his family in hopes that it could maybe help bring a little bit of closure.